Hey there everyone, I am Dresden and welcome back to another episode of Survival Racing. This time we are in the Uncontrollable Bolide 320 GTR Group 5 and we are at the East Coast USA course. As you can see here, we are on the East Coast USA map, which is over there. There's the East Coast USA, and here's the racetrack. It is a bunch of winding turns of different orientations and different extra turns, including like a drift course in the parking lot. So we will be doing one of the courses today, trying to, and it'll be survival racing. So we will do it until this vehicle is no longer raceable. Now this is, of course, the race version of this vehicle, like the most race version. It has a power to weight ratio of 0.58, almost 0.6. Which means that its power is over half of its weight, which is insane. And it definitely sounds and feels the part. And I did some test driving in this vehicle, and boy howdy am I not the best at it. So this was probably a bad vehicle to choose for this survival racing theme, but we're gonna go with it. So this vehicle has no ABS, really no assist at all, which is why I'm so bad at driving it. No traction control, no stability control, no anti-lock braking, just pure power and mediocre brakes that just lock up the wheels, and also very easy to spin out. And you can see it's got a lot of power. So this will be more different than the last survival racing. I think the last one was in a Barstow, I believe. But this course has a very long straightaway that parallels the drag strip. This particular course that I am on parallels the drag strip. And then it goes a little off and then brakes. I always brake a little early, I think, but it's okay. Into a kind of quick turn that I can't really take very fast because I'm bad at driving. I still went 70 miles an hour. It's just pretty good. Little, okay, that's okay. As long as that wheel is not really off the ground, which I do believe it is. Because if the wheel is really off the ground, then it's undrivable. Let's go ahead and fix it. Now, I'm going to implement this rule. We can kind of fix the vehicle, if need be, but it's a little violent with how we fix it. But since this whole front thing seems to be a clamshell sort of design instead of a bumper, it shouldn't really be too bad. Since it can just bend back into shape. As you can see. I should turn the engine off. I'm upside down. Yeah, we can kind of bend the vehicle back into shape. And then if we can just manage to flip it over without ripping too much of it off, we have fixed the vehicle. Now, we did lose our spoiler while we were upside down, and our handling is much, much worse. I am very bad at that turn. I'm not going to worry about it. Our handling, we pull to the right pretty bad, but we are going, and we're going still pretty quick, all things considered. Let's get away from that tire barrier. Yeah, so the next one of these, I probably won't choose a vehicle that's this uncontrollable, because this one is rough for me to drive, folks. With how I drive vehicles. That's okay. It's not as bad as it could have been. In fact, it's actually a lot better than it could have been. Thankfully, we were going on a straightaway, and there was not really a wall in front of us, because that would have been a large problem if there was. So now, after losing the spoiler, this thing's a lot more uncontrollable. Oh. That front right wheel's starting to lift off the ground again. We hit the kind of curb getting back onto the road. Starting to lift off again. We have no right steering at all. It's okay though. With the small amount that we do have, we can make it work. With the power of the handbrake, because the handbrake seems to kind of get it loose. Okay, big problem here. Oh wait, reverse works. To turn left. Or to turn right rather. I don't know if I've kept saying left, but I meant the right. Can't really turn to the right. Left is fine. Left we can turn about as well as we could normally. The right is where we have our problems. As you can see, I'm steering to the right. Oh, well, that might have just put it out of commission. Neither of our front wheels are touching the ground anymore. Let's pull up on the clamshell again. Fixed the problem. I should have just done that from the beginning, the first time it happened. Now, we don't have to worry about that dragging on the ground. We can just simply drive. Now, our downforce is much worse now. We have no spoiler. We have no front end at all, really. But downforce is taken into consideration with the physics of this game, so that can turn out to be a very big issue when it comes to turning. And also braking and not like spinning out according to what just happened there. But we'll see. Kind of go a little flat out. Now my hope is that me doing this series helps me get better at driving race courses. And it should, in theory, oh, there's our spoiler. That's what we flipped over last lap. In theory, it should help me, even in our Downhill Madness series, with the whole driving. Now, I know that's a little bit different driving style. Off-road driving is a lot different than this. But, same kind of premise, kind of survival racing and compensation, you know, that sort of thing. So, what is happening now? I know that rear right is bent, but it's so loose in every turn and straightaway at the moment. It crab walks in both directions, and I don't understand what's happening. We're about to make 2 laps, though, which is much better than I thought we would do. This is tough. Front right wheel's also bent in pretty bad. That front right rim is rough. Oh. That was bad, but maybe good. See, our problem is that rear right wheel now. If we can get that bent back into place, or at this point knocked off, that would be good. Now we need to get close enough to a wall that can happen. But I also do want to drive it correctly, which is, again, difficult when I'm dealing with this stupid bent wheel that doesn't want to cooperate. Here we go. Oh! That was not what I meant to do. Let's try it again. Okay. See, it's just... Oh. This thing gets more and more uncontrollable at like every turn. Like, what is happening to this? It's going in, I mean, it's rear wheel drive, which is not helpful when only like one of the rear wheels is actually hitting the ground. And it's the one that's going against the way that we need to go. To the point where now this thing crab walks like the new Hummer. Oh. Well, we lost the wheel that I didn't want to lose. Our differential will not let us go anymore. Wow. I think we're done, folks. Yeah. There's no more driving this. So we made it 2 laps and a bit. Not too shabby. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. A shorter Friday upload as per the usual. If you did, be sure to smash the like button, hit the red subscribe button, and the bell icon down below to get notified of when I upload. And until next time, this has been Dresden, and goodbye.